Would you do me the service,
I don't have
the kindness?
A microphone every night.
Well, you're not going to have one very long here if you don't at least permit me to respond.
Go ahead.
I think I'm the only one on this panel, this is going back to May 15, 2006, who's actually worked with migrant workers in the fields with beans, potatoes, hay in my youth. I know them to be good and decent people. That was on Larry King.
Said this?
I said that. In April, and by the way, I've said I respect illegal immigrants in this country dozens of times, but you don't seem to take note of that. Here's what I said on April.
When you parade these individuals who are tied to hate groups and vigilantes, and when you embrace vigilante organizations,
we're going to finish this.
When you embrace vigilante organizations, that speaks for itself.
Oh yeah. Well, first of all, they're not a vigilante; they're a voluntary organization. I think the president
they care. They believe in arming themselves.
By the way, it's the Second Amendment. Do you believe in it?
I believe in the Constitution. But when they go after and hunt down undocumented immigrants, how do they know who's undocumented?
I have great respect for the people who make up.
They're tracking these folks down in stores.
I want to save you as much embarrassment as I can.
Lou,
I have great respect for the people who make up the preponderance of the illegal alien population in our country, that is, Mexican migrant workers. On March 29th, 2006, to Jorge Ramos, who said, I would love to meet these illegals, you so-called, okay? I tell Jorge, Univision anchor, unfortunately, partner, there's nothing to be gained because I worked with them, I know them, I respect them.
You don't respect them when you trot out these individuals and when you embrace a vigilante organization. You don't respect them, Lou. If you're going to continue to put these individuals on the
what
air,
you're basically saying is my words,
as a platform
only the words
for
that
hate.
you want to use,
They're tied
I want you to pay attention to.
Groups.
You won't pay attention to the other words that I use. This broadcast has covered illegal immigration in this country and border security for 6 years. In that period of time, we have referred to disease 3 times. You make a comment on your website that I referred to invaders. You may find it intriguing referring to the illegal immigration population of this country. You may find it intriguing because we thought we'd go back and look. Invaders has been used 6 times on this broadcast.
And we charged you, Glenn Beck, Pat Buchanan. You're not the only one.
Do you want to listen to what I'm saying?
I'm just making sure you understand.
Because I want you to understand.
We documented every piece that we did on this.
And there is truth.
That's right.
And the reality is it's been used 6 times on this broadcast. I used it once, and you have used it 1/3 of the times you used on this broadcast.
You've used these individuals 18 times. You've used these individuals 18 times in the past 3 years.
Do you want to deal with what I'm saying?
CNN has used them 48 times. I'm making the case.
Try it.
You've used them 18
times. 6 times.
We document every time you've done that.
We document it. We don't pay attention to your documentation anymore.
It's parody and hate speech. It's parody and hate speech.
Well,
and there's no room for hate in this debate. There's no room for hate.
There's no room for further distortion.
You can have an honest policy discussion, but we need to take hate out of the debate. You can't have an honest policy discussion.
Let's try a couple of things and just see if we can agree on a couple of them, shall we? All right? Sure. We need to secure our borders and our ports for the following reasons. For national security in the war on terror. To win the war on drugs, because Mexico is the principal source of methamphetamines, heroin, cocaine, and marijuana, and to stop illegal immigration. Can we agree?
We can. This isn't about immigration. This is about hate speech and hate groups and vigilante groups. Okay?
I know
so we can have a discussion about immigration policy. This isn't about immigration policy.
Do you want to try?
This is about hate speech and hate groups.
Do you want to try to go through a list? Of what we might agree on?
We just talked about the need for comprehensive immigration reform.
So if you want to talk about hate speech, let me tell you.
We agree on the need for comprehensive immigration reform.
Even though the Congressional Budget Office itself declared that it would deal with only 25% of the problem of illegal immigration, would cost the country a fortune. Comprehensive immigration reform legislation was declined in the United States Senate on June 28, 2007.
We can have a separate discussion on immigration reform.
That's the congressional budget.
But don't dismiss this hate speech and the fact that these individuals that you parade and cloak with an era of respectability are identified and self-avowed vigilante organizations and hate groups.
Okay.
I mean, we can have a separate discussion about immigration. This is about keeping hate and hate speech
You said it
out of
wasn't
the
about me.
It's about holding you accountable with your networks, and we did cite other networks, MSNBC
I don't care about them.
and
I
Fox.
don't care.
Well,
I care about
we
this
care about it
because and me.
This repeated and relentless use of these individuals to distort immigration.
Group are trying to drive an agenda that has
we're a civil rights organization trying to level the playing field.
You're not trying
I'm
to level anything.
as much as an ethnocentric organization as you are part of the media elite, a corporate conglomerate here on the internet.
Really?
Yes.
I couldn't agree with you more.
Well, okay, embrace that title. I don't embrace your title that you've given me.
Well, you do
we're a
whatever
civil
you want.
rights and advocacy organization with a record of creating opportunities for the Hispanic organization, for Hispanics in this country. We've opened the doors for opportunities.
I'm going to fight you with every resource I have because you have stepped over the line. And you're trying to tear apart the First Amendment. You can't stomach the fact that
free speech is one thing, hate speech is another thing.
Should I ask for La Raza to be disbanded because you and I disagree about illegal immigration?
I'm not trying to disband you.
Should you disband?
I'm saying you need to
take out of my chair. If I don't conform to you, and
if you don't conform to standards that any American
is
would
now
embrace,
an advocacy group trying to drive amnesty for illegal aliens in this country.
That's your opinion.
No, it's what you're doing.
No, not.
You don't want amnesty?
About hate.
You don't want amnesty?
No, we have supported.
Then we're good.
We have supported taking deliberate steps to allow earned citizenship pathway for our folks who are here. We need to address the issue of immigration. But today, Lou, this is about taking hate speech and representatives of hate groups and vigilantes.
You're trying to
Absolutely not. There's a line that's been crossed, and we know when that line is crossed, Lou.
You do.
You've seen it be crossed before.
You are now the standard bearer for truth and free speech in this country.
We need to hold networks accountable.
You need to hold yourself accountable.
As a civil rights organization.
You've got half the Hispanic kids in this country almost dropping out of high school.
And we can work on agendas to help address that, but we can't because every day we're tarred and feathered with this issue and contribute to that.
Jenna Murguia, you have contributed to me just a reprehensible approach on the part of any organization. You've joined Southern Poverty Law Center, now nothing more than an advocacy and fundraising organization. I think you are the one who should be held accountable.
We're going to hold you accountable with the networks.
And we're going to hold you accountable as well.
Rebecca accountable.
We're going to hold everybody accountable.
All those individuals.
The reality is you can't stand the fact that we have free speech in this country, that you can be opposed and opposed effectively
free speech
by
is
people
one
who care
thing,
about
hate
reason
speech is
in this
another,
country.
Lou. We won't tolerate hate speech.
You won't tolerate it?
That's right.
Neither will I.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Jenna Murguia. Still ahead, 3 top political analysts join me. We'll have this for in the presidential campaign. Stay with us, and I just want to say, Jenna Murguia, you're welcome back here anytime to continue this discussion. Anyone who wants to educate on the basis of, we delight in having you here.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll be right back.